Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me in another video. So as you can tell, based on the title, today we are talking about the top 10 handbags to invest in 2024. And I'm doing this video because I'm feeling the urge to buy another Celine handbag. I was just looking at the website, looking at what has been recently released, looking at the new colors, the new iterations, the new materials, and some of their bags. I thought we'd talk about it today. So the first handbag that I have been talking about ad nauseum, it's kind of on my mind. I can use that bag right now. It will just fit so beautifully in my wardrobe. And I'm talking about the Celine Eloise. This is kind of like top on my list right now. While I'm trying to be really good, what I really like about this is not only is it very much the Ava bag, which last year was one of my most worn handbags. I like wore that bag to death spring, summer. This to me with that generous strap, for whatever reason you wanted to add even more holes, there is a little bit more generosity with that. I know Celine does have their own straps as well. You could add on if you wanted to go for a crossbody moment. It just does come with that one strap, but it does look very generous. It looks like you can wear that comfortably with a coat and it'll just like smush in a really nice way. But if you wanted something a little bit higher, you can do that. This is a nice bigger sister to the Ava, which I really am all about right now. So the next handbag, basically this is like a long-term wish list item. It is not happening in 2024, but I would just love to one day get a Celine exotic. And there is something about the Celine Mini 16 in the lizard. Oh my gosh, this navy blue color with that gold hardware. This is like a dream level bag for me. And I think the Celine exotic department, I don't want to say it's underrated. Exotics are very expensive, right? These are like the top tier items, which makes sense. I'm not going to see a Celine exotic bag unboxed every day. I was just looking at some of their calfskin bags, right? Just for comparison's sake, there's the Conti bag. I think that's a very expensive bag. I know we're seeing a lot of these bags with this strap belt. This is a trend we're seeing at Prada and like Louis Vuitton, this kind of belt strap thing. While there definitely is a lot of like construction to that, like the Celine 16 is also a very substantial bag, and you can get this in the exotic, or if you compare this to like the teen Conti bag, for a little bit more you can get an exotic lizard bag. Yes, it's very expensive, but if I were to spend $7,400 on a handbag, I would potentially go with the Celine and the exotics over the Conti. That's just my personal choice. I would also heavily consider this in the black. I've also seen them in like the smaller size do this in this beautiful red color. It's not happening in 2024, just realistically. When I look at what's more important, realistically it's not happening now, but this would just be an ultimate amazing item to have in my wardrobe. And I feel like Celine has always been a brand that has done exotics really well. Even from like the Phoebe Philo days, I've always wanted to potentially get the classic, one of her styles from that era. But speaking of the classic, the Celine Teen Triomphe, we are seeing this bag in the most gorgeous light stone. It's like this really beautiful soft neutral. It's going for $7,900. Recently I saw Layla Sophia talk about this on her video. I will link her video down below. Definitely check her video out, but I saw it on the thumbnail and I was, oh my gosh, that bag. That would be like a special ultimate kind of bag. There's something about the Celine Triomphe and especially like this lizard that I think just looks so beautiful. Another creator that I saw talk about this was Caleb Snell. I saw this in his thumbnail when he was talking about handbags. I also love the Triomphe in this delicious color. There's something about the exotic mixed with the Triomphe logo, very much a heritage logo for the brand. This was the original founder. She took inspiration from the Arc de Triomphe, the chain links at the Arc de Triomphe. If you're someone following fashion, you know what the Triomphe logo is. A lot of people still don't know what this is. I think it's very attractive looking. It's got that neoclassical empire era kind of feel to it. But the way like Celine always styles these bags, it's in this very contemporary modern way. You wear this with a blazer or jacket or jeans or whatever your style is. It's definitely one of these handbags that really elevates your style in a lizard or even a crocodile, which frankly the crocodile, it's one of these on request sorts of bags, but there's something about the Teen Triomphe in an exotic. It is just the stunning combination that just works so well. So now for something a little bit more casual, a little bit more everyday, there is the Celine bag that I always look at and I always think this would be such a great alternative to a larger Margot. And this is the Celine Drawstring Quill Triomphe in grained leather, or it also comes in a smooth leather as well. For the smaller sizes, they go for $25.50. For the larger normal size, guys, it's $29.50. I know for my lifestyle, I would prefer the grain in the more medium or larger size. While I was comparing a lot of these sort of full leather totes at this price point, I don't think $29.50, yes, it is expensive, guys, it's pricey, but I don't think it's the most expensive bag. For this style, I do really like that it is more of a shoulder tote. It's like slouchy, more of that comfortable shoulder kind of tote. If you're looking for one of these sorts of bags, definitely one to consider. But if the Triomphe isn't your style and you want something a little bit more understated, there's the Celine 16 and supple grained calfskin in this sort of tote style. It looks very corporate, work appropriate. It's a little bit more structured than the previous tote, a little bit more formal. This is one to consider. Another very recent style of handbag that I think is really nice. I think the price point is actually not bad. It's going for $2,000, but I love the dual strap option of this bag. Of course, with that chain, it feels a little bit more formal, feels a little bit more dressed up. But then if you want this with that leather strap, it feels a little bit more casual, a little bit more laid back, but still that Triomphe with the Triomphe logo. There is this kind of like elegance, but also casualness about that leather strap at the same time. If you were looking to try out this brand, you didn't want to spend the classic Triomphe or the classic 16 price points, totally get it. I think this is kind of that nice entry point if you're looking for something versatile that you can wear on the regular. Another handbag that I saw on YouTube that I had never really considered, but I totally see the value in it, and I recently saw this on With a Touch of Luxury. She did a review on this handbag, so go check out her video, but I totally see why she likes this bag. It's a little bit more understated. The focal Triomphe and the smooth calfskin, this is a little bit more understated than the regular Triomphe logo, and it just looks like a really nice crossbody. And I think for a full leather bag, it's a suede lining, I believe. For $2,200, it's still up there. Like, it is definitely up there when it comes to price, but I think it's actually a nice handbag. Going around the city, like secure, casual, but still elevated style of bag that you can dress up, dress down. I think this is actually such a nice bag. Another bag that I have heavily considered in the past, and I still think about it from time to time, but it's just I'm not needing to go into the office as much as I think a bag at this price point would warrant. But this is the large, roomy, and supple calfskin from the men's side. I love the women's side as well, but I'm going into the men's section for this because I not only love like the dimensions that this could fit, like looks like, at least according to the dimensions, it could fit at least 13 or 15 inch laptop, which is nice, but I think the dual strap option is also very nice. It's that casual cool bag that you could wear as a work bag, but as a cool like weekend throw around bag. And it does come in the leather, but what's interesting on the men's side is it comes in like the Triomphe canvas, but instead of the brown leather on the men's side, they do the black, and instead of gold hardware, they do silver. I think just for a little bit more, I think you get the full-on leather bag. I like how the leather slouches on this bag and smushes in on this bag. I think this would be a really nice bag if you needed like a secure bag with a zipper that you could fit a laptop, that you could wear multiple ways. There's a lot about this bag that I really like. And then another bag that, to me, one of my favorites, one of my all-time bags, is the Ava handbag. It's one of my most worn bags, and I think it's just because I wore it to death last summer. And in general, I think just my Celine bags for many years actually have been always my go-to, my most worn. And while I have other arguably more expensive bags from other brands that are more expensive, there's something about like the carefree nature of these bags that also feel elevated but not too stuffy in a way. I feel like Celine has really mastered that. I really do love the Ava bag. I wore this bag so much during the spring summer time. They have also brought this style out in the Triomphe logo, so if you wanted a taste of that, there's definitely that there. Considering this bag starts at $1,700, it's got to be one of the best priced bags on this list. But I do think if you did need something bigger, the Eloise is definitely one to consider if you still like this slouchier hobo style. I know this is one I'm heavily considering. And then for handbag number 10, I'm kind of cheating with this one, but this has got to be one of the most unboxed items I have seen on social media, at least what the algorithm has promoted to me on TikTok. So I'm kind of definitely cheating with this. I want to mention it because I think it's just like a general trend of like style of bag we are seeing, and I'm going to de-influence you from buying one style and say go with this. I know Celine does these foam pouches individually, but they also do these sunglasses that come with the pouch. Now, not every style comes with the pouch on the strap. If you do happen to like any of these sunglasses, which I think Celine does very well, I have a very small sunglasses collection, but even since the Phoebe Philo days is the bulk of my collection. But certain styles, if you actually look on the website, if you scroll down just a bit, you'll see see which styles actually come with the foam pouch and which styles don't. I would not say buy the pouch for the purpose of the pouch. I would say if you like the sunglasses, this is a nice bonus. I personally love the rounded 90s-esque style, but they also come in these like geometric styles. And if I'm gonna be totally real, do I use that little pouch as a handbag? No, not really. But I do feel like these phone pouch style bags that just fit a phone is like a trend we're seeing, which makes sense. Personally, I wouldn't buy the phone pouch bags. I just think when it comes to technology-based trends, phone cases, phone pouches, anything like that, I personally wouldn't buy any of those bags, but I do think it's a really nice add-on if you happen to like this style. So I'm not saying you should buy this for the pouch. I'm just saying see why they're popular. So if you've considered one of these foam pouch bags and you like the sunglasses, but I would say first you have to like the sunglasses, and I think Celine does really nice sunglasses, so that's me just more touting Celine sunglasses. But I think the pouch has become a nice popular feature, so yes, that's what I have to say about that. So yes, anyways, that is my video. What's next for me when it comes to Celine, it's been talking about the Eloise, so potentially that, or I get the 16 in the mini size because I have the small and like a navy. But by the time I'm probably in the mindset to actually consider that bag, then they'll probably have a different style. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for joining me in another one, and I hope to see you in the next one.